Hello book besties, today we're going to the library. I'm going to take you along as I go peruse the books, see what we find. I don't have anything specific in mind for getting from the library, but I do know that they're very good at staying on top of things when it comes to new releases and all that stuff. So we'll see what they have new this week. I honestly am very excited. I'm always very excited to come to a library. It's like Disney World for me kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna do today. I don't know if I'm going to do anything else just because I typically bring a journal and like a notebook or something to write on, and I didn't do that today. I forgot, but I do have my Kindle. So I don't know if I'm going to be here for too long. I do have another thing that I have to do at 10 a.m. So right now it's 8:56 and the library opens at 9. So we're going to be there for a little while I wait for the other thing that I have to do. So I'm gonna take you along, and yeah, we're gonna look at books. So let's go do that. It's a couple hours later and I got some books from the library, so I'm going to show you what I got. I tried to get some books in Spanish because, like I've mentioned before, I've been trying to read more in Spanish. I do have a huge TBR at home, so I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle these books. I don't know how much I'm going to spend reading them, but hopefully I will. But yeah, I got some in Spanish, and I also got some very random books, which are not necessarily random. I've just been getting into different stuff. So I've been just trying to get books on random things that I find because, I don't know, hyperfixations I get an idea about something, so I just go and grab a book about it, and maybe I read it, maybe I don't know. I just like getting books from the library anyway, because I know how important it is to demonstrate that people use the library and that the library is a very important resource. So the more you use your library card, I think that influences how much funding a library gets. So make sure to use your library, even if you're just taking books home and you don't necessarily sit down and read all of them. Grab them, because I can assure you it's going to benefit your community. But anyway, I digress. Let me show you the books that I got. So like I said, I've been getting into really random stuff. First book I got is called The Great Outdoors, A User's Guide. And the reason why I got this book was because my partner and I went hiking the other day, and I feel like I don't know anything about being outside, so I feel like I need to learn things about it. I don't know. I have a fear of getting lost in the woods and not surviving. Not like these are survival guides or anything, but I feel like it will give me an idea of what to do and how to enjoy it also. I feel like getting these books allows me to dive more into the hobby and like hiking and whatever, because I feel like I don't really know much about it. And I have to admit that I've never been an outdoorsy person. I'm more of an indoorsy person. So I don't know. I feel like the way that I get myself to do different things is by reading about it. The next book follows the same idea, and it's called The 50 Things to Do in the Wild. And I just got it because it looked fun and because it's something that will give me ideas on what to do, hopefully. Because like I said, I don't necessarily feel super excited to go outside if there's not an actual purpose to go outside and something that's fun. So I feel like it'll allow me to enjoy my experience of being outside more. And maybe it'll change my mind about actually liking being outside, because I don't typically like it. So we'll see. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to read these, but I hope I make the time. The next books are in Spanish, and they're all different pretty much. Like I don't feel like I had anything in mind specific when I got these. I feel like I just looked through every book that was in Spanish and I grabbed things. So the first one is Atomic Habits, or Hábitos Atómicos, which I've heard is a really, really good book for just self-development. and I got it in Spanish because why not? Maybe it'll be easier to read. The next book is called ¿Qué haría Frida?, which is a book about, according to what it says here, Una guía para vivir atrevidamente, which is basically a guide to live a more adventurous and bold life. And I've heard a lot of people say that whenever they're stuck or they're thinking about a situation, they think, what would Frida do? I've heard that phrase a lot. So I saw this and it got my attention, so I'm gonna just give it a try and see what's up. The last one, I was looking for something about Puerto Rico because I felt the nostalgia and I felt like I wanted to read something about my home. So I found a book called Antes que Isla es Volcán, which is a poetry book. And it's very funny because the book is in English and Spanish. So if you have it this way, it's in Spanish. If you flip it, it's in English. And I think that's really cool. And it's pretty thin, pretty small. So I'm expecting to have the easiest time reading that one. So I'm gonna start by reading that one and then I'm gonna read everything else. But yeah, I am excited. I'm always excited when I go to a library. I think that I always find really cool treasures whenever I go there. So I'm gonna go home now and I'm gonna read. Thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.